the one thing I want to make clear is I need to speak to Daniel. Dad, I don't know your. I apologize, sir. I don't know your name. What is your name?
My name is Sam.
Sam?
Yes.
Okay, so Sam, I need to hear from Daniel. I don't mind if you chime in at all, but my questions are directed to Daniel. I need him to respond, okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you guys. And I'm not trying to be difficult here, but I have to follow kind of the protocols here. So Daniel, I'm going to direct to you. You'll answer. Sam, if you'd like to chime in, by all means, that's fine, okay?
All right.
So you got the decision from the campus, right?
Yeah.
I know, I saw that, in the letter it says, hey, if you have an issue with this decision, you're going to come to me. But in your email to me, you said you wanted to file a complaint, which is a little bit different than an appeal. Bottom line is, I want to talk to you about your side of this and get your situation here of the event that happened with the test, because that's the main issue here, right? Is the test. Now, you did decide to withdraw from school, and whatever the reasons you had for that, right? That's fine. But what I want to kind of focus in on is, okay, you're filing a complaint. It sounds like you're kind of wanting to appeal this decision from the campus. The campus, in the letter to you basically said, hey, they found, that there was the resolution stands that you'd be submitted, for the removal from the nursing program based on the published policies and codes of conduct for caring to college. So you withdrew from school. There was an opportunity for you to do a hearing and to appeal that grade that you got the 0 on that test, but you withdrew from school. What we're doing is I'm trying to circle back to, okay, let's figure out exactly what we're trying to do here. You are, which is a complaint is one thing, or an appeal of the outcome is another. So it sounds like you want to appeal the outcome.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And so the outcome of this, though, however, there was nothing, I want to be really clear, the outcome wasn't, you weren't, the only thing that happened is you got a 0 on the exam. So the appeal for you would be to say, hey, we wanted to potentially appeal that. There was no hearing, obviously, because you withdrew from school. So I guess that's kind of just to make sure we're on the same page. All the outcome right now is said that because you withdrew from school, so there was no hearing conducted, right? There was.
No.
All you're saying is that you want confirmation to say, hey, I shouldn't have got a 0. Is that accurate?
You can talk to my dad. I give permission.
Okay, I gotta get in because he's nervous. He's a young kid, first time ever kind of talking. So the story was like that. He was accused by 3 people who told him, you will be expelled if you don't sign the paper. And that's all.
Okay, his interpretation, again, so what I'm trying to figure out is again, I need to speak to Daniel. I know you're nervous, Daniel. I don't want you to be nervous.
He's nervous. If you don't want to listen to us together, we cannot have a conversation. He's nervous, he's upset,
I understand, sir. But I also need your tone, and I need you to speak professionally to me and not get upset about this. I'm not against you guys. I'm trying to find out what's going on here, okay? So if you want to have a conversation with me, I need us to stay calm.
All right, I'm totally calm. Okay, so will you accept my information?
Not about exam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of you guys. Yeah, I need both of you.
All right. So on that day in question, 2 days after exam, he was unexpectedly called in without any explanation for reason. He was there met by the dean, assistant dean, and teacher, and they told him the rest of the stuff is in a paper. You know the details, right? Then what they said.
Yeah, I got it all. Yep.
Okay. Then they said, you sign this paper, and then you will get a 0 on it, but you can stay in the college. What they told him to admit to his fault, to admit that he violated the integrity, that he cheated. This what actually happened. So they threaten him with the Yeah, I'm listening.
Sorry to cut you off, Sam. What I want to know, so Daniel, are you saying when you were taking this exam, you had nothing up on your screen? You were not. You were following all the policies and procedures that were outlined to you.
No, I had nothing. I had nothing.
Whether you were cheating or not, like again, not the question of cheating, right?
No.
Did you have other stuff pulled up on your screen?
No.
Email was done.
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
Didn't say
Okay.
exam 1 and 2 was mentioned.
And also, he also apparently said that I cheated on the first 2 exams,
Which was 2 months and months ago.
which was 2 months ago, and I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Скажи как нас. Скажи, что было с нами.
Because at the root, again, so what I want to make sure we're all on the same page, what I'm going back to is the only thing that we have an outcome is the 0 on the exam. There's no other,
Но нам они сказали, что
there's no other, I mean, basically, again, whether he was cheating or not, right? And again, cheating also depends on, again, if we look at the nursing handbook, right? Let me pull this up. On page 12 and 13 outlines for us, again, when we say cheating, testing procedures, that it's not be anything else pulled up on the screen, and that's the observation by any member of the Carrington community, right? But also by faculty, number one, observe other things up. And if you have other things up on your screen, that's when the allegation occurs, right? And that's 0. But what I'm telling you, so there is no hearing. There was no decision to, there's nothing from Carrington saying that, hey, that you were punished or anything. None of that happened yet. Right now, all we have is that there's a 0 on the exam.
Yeah,
right? That's it. That's all that happened right now.
May I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Yes, sir.
The very next day in the morning, Daniel was not there. I and my wife, we drove to Carrington, where we met Dean Salih and her assistant, Paula Radwansky. Okay.
Yes.
At that meeting, she threw the papers at us. She threatened that he will not pass whatever he needs to pass. Whatever he needs to pass, and that, then when I asked her to give me a proof that he was cheating, she called the police. She started yelling all over the place, calling the police, and so on. At this very point, when we came back, we decided that this is a place becoming too dangerous and violent. If she decided to call the police on Daniel's parents, could you imagine what she would done to him? This was the major reason for writing the resignation. Well, not resignation, but withdrawal. This is the whole story. If Carrington Mesa did not present you the whole story and information, there is nothing we can do right now, because they did not present me any information, they did not present me any documents. So this is what we are at right now.
Right, and so I understood that situation occurred. I wasn't there. You guys took part of that, right? So there's 2 sides to what happened in that meeting, right? I understand your side, and I've got the information from the Mesa campus as well too, and the faculty and the dean of nursing, right? And so we have that, right? And so what I'm telling you guys though, as of right now, and I haven't come up with my decision yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as and that's what I'm trying to determine. Is this an appeal? Is this a complaint? I will address behaviors, right? Absolutely on my side, on our team and how we handle situations. I'm going to do that no matter what, right?
Look,
so I guess the question is for Daniel and where he's at. He decided to withdraw from the program. Things, and that's it, right? There's no other punishment. There's no other outcome right now besides kind no guarantees to this, but right now he's eligible for re-entry into the program, to the school. That's a decision you guys would want to make. He would have to appeal to do that, to come back for re-entry. It's not a guarantee. And he would need to meet with the dean, and they would need to kind of discuss the plans for moving forward and how that would work. He's not suspended from school. He's not terminated from school. He's not, permanently withdrawn from school. It is where it is. That's where it left off, is that he got the 0, and then withdrew from school. And that's all that stands, right? We don't hold any type of grudges. There's no retaliation. That's kind of where it stands. And so I'll put this in my notes to you, but I'm also, going to go through this as well and look at all the statements here. But there's no, I guess I'm trying to tell you that there's not anything that's negative towards him right now.
Mr. Como,
if that makes sense.
It might make a sense from your point of view. Believe it or not, but there are people who value the honor, honesty, the integrity, and so on. So we need to figure out, if you're willing to, figure out, did he cheat or not? On exam 1, on exam 2,
Right.
on exam 3,
Right.
and so on. Did you read the paper of accusation?
I've read everything.
Okay, and it says that he cheated on exam 1, that was 2 months ago. It says that he cheated on exam 2, it was 3 months ago. And it says also that that the instructor was sitting behind him on exam 3.
And she did not see.
90% of the time she left about 10 minutes before the end of the test. And they still say that he cheated. And there was no other external websites open. In his computer, we're talking about three accusations, separate accusations, and it is not right. His dignity and his honor demands the proper investigation and a proper conclusion. There should be some kind of. There should be some kind of.
I'm going to stop you, sir.
Okay.
We are doing a proper investigation. You may not like the outcome of the investigation.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean it's not conducted properly. So let's just be clear on that, okay?
Okay. Will I be able
Just
to?
because the outcome is.
Will I be able?
May not be what you like.
Will I be able to review your investigation and see the tangible proof of his guilt?
You have everything. You guys have everything. Again, I don't have my decision yet, right? So, and you'll get the letter. And again, everything that you have to you is what I'm looking at. There's nothing else out there that is that I'm reviewing that you don't. He has access to all of his grades. He has access to everything on Canvas. He has access to the letter that was provided that he signed. You guys have access to everything, right? So I'm reviewing all of the notes. I'm reviewing everything that you guys have. There's nothing else that you don't have that we have.
Okay. Did Patricia Salih inform you that she threatened not to let him through the test, exam, some other part like breaking the
She didn't pass one.
breaking the cleanliness and so on.
From the dean. Yeah, I have all the information. I have her.
Did she say that she threatened us with not allowing him to stay in the college? Did she say that she brought in falsification paper about his grades in other in other course?
I have all the information, sir.
You have all the information complete. In that case, I am really hoping that you will conduct proper investigation about the students who reported that, about the faculty and everything else, and you will find the tangible proof.
And she doesn't want him back, is what she told.
Right. So again, the outcome what you're seeking may not occur. Right. What I'm looking at is again the nursing handbook and sticking to exactly what the catalog of
faculty member did not observe it.
Well,
not-
I have a different statement from a faculty member that says that it was observed.
Что у вас объявлено?
So
Can you please tell me who made this statement and about what?
not at this point, no.
Okay, all right, but eventually you will, right?
I don't necessarily know if you have the right to names, guys. I don't know that that's part of
Просто
the
statement, просто statement.
the statement. I'll review that whether or not that's out there
Okay.
again for you guys.
Will you be able to provide the names of the students?
No.
Of the
No.
students?
No.
So will you talk to
isn't
this?
based on students, guys, and I want to be really clear because I know that came up. This isn't based on students. This is based on faculty. We don't make a decision based on what students. And now any member of the community can present charges. They may report a violation, right? Any member of our community. That's students, faculty.
Okay.
There's no issue with that. What the issue is when we make a determination, this is strictly based on our instructor. This is not based on, I don't make an outcome based on a student reporting. We take a look and do an investigation because any student can report that. But then what we do is we review the incident with our faculty and our deans.
Okay. I mean, our conversation has become very long already. Let me ask you: are you interested in finding out the truth? Yeah, this is a very serious question, very important. Are you interested in the protection of the faculty or in finding the truth? If you're interested in the
I'm
truth,
going to be honest with you, sir.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I get the feeling the truth is only what you think is right.
no.
And I understand you have that, but my job is to take a look at what's presented. There's two sides, and I'm going to follow that
Инструктор на
process.
первом экзамене
So
ведения
again,
учитель.
you may not like the outcome, but that doesn't mean it's not the truth.
All right. Well,
You may disagree with the outcome. You may agree or disagree with the outcome.
yeah,
But again,
sure. How long that will take for you to conduct the proper investigation and find out the truth?
Again, and I wanted to hear from Daniel today, and so part of it is doing that. I will probably have this wrapped up by next week.
Okay.
I forget the amount of days I actually have. I think there's I don't like to use the whole amount of time, but I think there's a longer time period I have to do this, but I don't like to keep things going that long. So I'm going to try and wrap this up here, but I wanted to hear from you guys.
What parts of investigation will be available to Daniel?
The outcome. I mean, you have
Only outcome, right?
You guys have exactly everything I'm looking at. There's nothing you don't have that I have.
Сам скажи ему, что Дин сказал, что мы не можем вернуться.
Okay, we cannot come. Daniel cannot come back
Потому что это Дин
because everyone thinks that he is a cheater. Everyone thinks that he lied. Mrs. Salih threatened him and his family.
She forced me to sign that paper. She
Yes.
didn't explain what the paper was. She just said, sign the paper and you won't get expelled. But that's not,
So
Again, but I understand that, right? And I understand I'm going to address any of those things that are out there. I understand that, but it doesn't. I want to go back to the actual exam and whether or not. Again, for me, at the end of the day,
okay, which
you have anything else pulled up or not. That's really what we're trying to figure out.
please forgive me for interruption. Which exam are you
No,
talking
sir,
about?
that's okay.
Huh? Which exam are you going back to?
The one in question.
So the first two exams are not in questions.
Well, I'm going to take a look at those, but this is
But
this
it's
is
happening
about
on
the
first exam.
particular event
It's
with this
happening
exam.
The paper started that says that he cheated on first two exams.
You know, 1 week investigation.
This is what paper started with.
This is on an exam. I'm looking at the exam in nursing 241.
Yes. all three.
That's what I'm
It says about 3 exams about on the nursing 241, exam 1 on the 30th of July, exam 2 on the 26th of August, exam 3 on September 24th.
I'm looking at the letter from Mr. Slover, from Daniel Slover, that was sent to Daniel on October 7th.
Он подписал
That
бумагу,
letter,
где
that's
учитывает
the
всех
outcome
трех
from Mr.
экзаменов.
Slover that says you were accused of cheating on an exam in nursing 241. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
That's what the complaint's on.
Well, this is what the complaint was, but there are no details.
Because
The details are much more complicated than that.
он signed.
Mr. Slover said that he made a conclusion based on a conversation with whoever he had a conversation. We don't know. There was no investigation.
Он видел бумагу, которую Даниил подписал? Где его accused в трех
So
экзаменах.
you have the academic integrity report for him that I know Daniel
so,
he was forced to
look.
sign, right? You have that. That's the incident report that I'm looking at.
Три экзамена.
Well, you probably don't have a proper paper.
No, I have. This is the incident that we're talking about. Is this particular exam?
Там написано три экзамена.
Right.
Там три экзамена.
Which particular exam? Because the paper of accusation.
On 9/24. Is it? Let me see. Farm 241.
Да, ну там написано.
Simon Farm 3, Exam 3.
Yeah, but the accusation paper mentioned exam 1 and exam 2, not in exam 3, which was when the Daniel was
Right.
when the Daniel was observed.
On exam 1 or exam 2?
У него
I'm sorry. So let me ask this question. Did you get a 0 on exam 1 or exam 2?
No,
Okay. So those exams are not in question.
no, they are.
And the accusation,
They are in the paper of accusation.
I see it, right? I understand that, but that's not what we're.
хватит это.
Okay, so let's maybe wrap up our conversation. I really.
If you want me to go back and look at exam 1 and exam 2.
Yeah, you can go back in exam 1, 2, and 3.
Those grades are not zeros, right? I'm talking about exam 3.
Все, хватит.
I'm talking. Okay. Well, anyway, if you're interested in the truth, you will uncover it. If all you want is just to
I will.
just keep him shut, then you can do that also. This is in your power. So I beg you please to conduct the proper investigation and uncover the
I
truth.
always do. I absolutely do. And again, you may or may not like the truth, but I will. That's what I'm talking about. But I want you guys to know, I'm looking at exam 3. I'm not looking at exam 1 or 2. Those grades are not zeros.
Exam 3 was
Right?
exam 3 was observed by the instructor 90% of the time.
Сава, скажи все.
Yeah. I'm
So-
looking at
Дин
exam
сказал, что
Okay,
родители пойдут обратно.
Mr. Com, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I know it's valuable. Vice President's time is very valuable. But please conduct the proper investigation. Find out the truth. Not what Mr. Coma wants to. Not that Miss shortcut Mrs. Salih wants. Find out the real truth, and the real truth is right there, and you can uncover it very easy if you send someone professional who will talk to those people.
Скажи, что она сказала, она не
Yeah.
придет обратно.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
At the end,
Exactly what I'm doing.
just to wrap up our conversation, I want to tell you that at the meeting with Mrs. Salih, she told us that Daniel will not. She said many bad things about him. During that,
But she will fail.
she said that he will fail everything,
Yes, sir.
guaranteed. She said that she brought in falsified paper. She said that he is not.
He will fail mental.
That he cannot become a nurse ever, and so on.
And he will
Did
not
she
do that.
reported that part to you? Probably not.
Okay, so I and again, I will address any behaviors of our faculty and staff appropriately, and I appreciate you guys bringing that
How about
And
this?
just going back to this, again, I just want you guys to know, exam 1 and exam 2 are great. Those are grades are in and those are fine. I'm not looking at those. I'm looking at
Саша,
exam 3
скажи,
and that's it.
почему мы
So just
выиграли?
to make
Потому
sure
что он
we're on the
сказал,
same
что
page.
он не будет здесь учиться.
Я уже сказал.
Не, он не понял это.
Yeah, well, that's becoming, my wife gets nervous. She said, repeat please, that withdrawal happened because Mrs. Salih said he will not go through this college. Period.
I understand. And that's his choice, right? And
No,
I understand and that's
it
fine.
was
What
their
I'm saying,
choice,
though,
not our choice.
Okay, well, that's becoming uncivil. I'm sorry, that's becoming uncivilized conversation. My deepest apologies for getting off the kind of normal stuff, but that will not happen again. But this is the story.
We have no issues. You and I have no
Yeah,
issues. I'm not upset with you guys. I'm
Thank you.
listening, right? It's all good.
The only, as I said, the only what I need to find out the truth. The truth. I need someone to interview the students who brought that in, someone to interview the teachers who brought that in, and someone to find out the truth. Not anything else. Only truth. I don't ask for any favors. I don't ask to do something. Only the truth to restore my son's dignity and honor. Because this combined crew made it very bad.
So, thank you for the call.
I understand where you're coming from as a
But
parent. I
I promise you
understand
the
that.
light will come.
Again, and that's what I'm going to be doing, to take a look at just, again, the whole side. So I have all the notes. I will have a decision to you guys next week. And again, the determination is he's withdrawn from school, guys. So he's already withdrawn. So again, whether that grade of 0 holds up or not, that's what I'm going to take a look at. Right?
One more thing. I feel that they did not supply to you the proper paper. Would you allow me to send you that copy of that paper?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I probably have everything here, but please, you can email me. You guys have, Daniel, you have my email address.
Yes,
I do.
sure.
I do.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys can email me, absolutely.
At the end of our conversation, I would like to thank you for calling us. Thank you for spending your time and talking. This is an unheard of time when VP calls the student. At least this is first time in my life that I heard about that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very
I
much.
appreciate your guys' time and thank you very much for the information.
Sure, goodbye.
Right.
Best of luck to you guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Картина поганая.
You turn it on.